Okay, I want to show you a little tip. I'm having a little problem with this. I'm checking this rod. Okay, I got a nut here. Okay, I checked this already. And I want to show you this because this could be a real problem when you're doing this. You want to be real careful because this rod's expensive. Okay, I had this nut here and I put it on here and I've checked the old rod the same way. Now I'm having a little hard time. I'm in here by myself. It's Sunday, okay? Other guys aren't here, so I'm trying to get this done so when they come in tomorrow, they can put this thing together. But I wanted to weld the clevis on because it take 4 hours for it to cool down. So I was going to do it today. That way it's all done. But you can see my nut goes on perfectly, and the same on the original one. But I'm in here trying to, this thing's so heavy, I'm trying to test this out, make sure it seats down there. I could be a few thousandths off on the shoulder, right here where the seal goes. I want it to seat down before I weld the clevis on. See, because here's the clevis is already done. You can see that. It's right here. And I don't want to weld it on there because then I can't get it back in the lathe. Okay, so we want to try this. I put a bunch of number C's. I'm trying to get it lined up. And you want to get this thing checked or you'll have a big problem. Say if I welded the clevis on and then when it go in, then I got a real problem because getting this in the lathe with that clevis on there. So I'm trying to check it beforehand. It's just hard, one guy doing this. Like I said, I'm in here by myself. And I'm trying to start it. I want to show you. Either I'm going in wrong or there's a little burr on it. Okay. And this thing, you know, it's heavy. One guy can't really do this. But we're trying to, okay, it starts in there. But trying to, if you don't go square in there, it's not going to work very good. So I got the stand here. I'm trying to do this. Take a little pressure off here. Trying to get it to start. If you get going cross-threaded to start, it's not going to go. See, it's getting real tight. See, that's too tight. And, you know, so I might have to put this back on the lathe and take another 5 thousandths off of it. But what's funny is that the nut goes on perfectly. Okay, but it's just too tight. See that? And take the pressure off. Now what I might do is try coming in from the back or take the original one and try putting it in here. I might do that. But what I'll have to do is put this back on the lathe. That's why you don't want the clevis on. So let's just see. This is a problem that, you know, this is from experience. So I'm showing you, you know, and if you're by yourself like I am here, it makes a difference. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to set this off. I'm going to put this on the table and then I'm going to, well, let's put it on this cart. Okay, let's set this thing down. I'm going to set this down. I'm going to grab the original one and see, but I could be about 5 thousandths off even though the nut goes on. Or there's a burr inside of this thing, and you don't want to force it. You don't want to force this thing. So let's take this off. I want to make sure, and it is a pain in the butt, but you're talking about a $15,000 cylinder here to replace it. So want to make sure, spend a lot of time getting this on. So I'm going to take this, get the old one, and I'm just going to set it up there and see if I can screw this thing in. Let me grab it here. Okay, hold on a minute. Let's move this over. I'll reset that. Give me a second here. I don't want to spend a lot of time doing this, but I want to show you it's a tip. If you're ever having to do this and you're not sure about the threads, but you can see that the nut goes on it. So either there's a burr or I need to machine at least another 5 thousandths off of this thing. and catch it now before you weld. We're going to make sure it goes in there before we weld the clevis, and then when my guys come in tomorrow, all they got to do is put the seals in it and drop the seals in there. Let me position this for you. And this will tell me whether I'm going to have to put that thing back on the lathe again. I'll reset this for a minute. I don't want to spend a lot of time, but I want to give you an idea what you're up against when doing this kind of thing. This is kind of a specialty setup here. It sure helps when you got a couple guys in the shop to help handle this stuff. And I'm used to doing a lot of this stuff by myself. That's the way it's set up. Most of the time I come in here on the weekends and do the videos just because it's easier and, no one's in the way and I can explain it better. I'm going to put this on here to help me turn it. Let's just find out. Okay, let me see if you can see that good. Okay, this is the original one. And the other one wouldn't go in. And I don't know. Definitely don't want to have to put this on the lathe. But, okay, it's not going yet. This one doesn't want to go either. Now, why is that? It could be that I'm off a little bit. Okay, now. Okay, this one's going. So, you know what? Okay, what it is, unfortunately, this one's going. I'm just going to have to put this back on the lathe, and I might show you how I pick those threads up. It's probably off about 5,000, so I got a burr on the end of that thread because the original one's going in. See that? That's a nice, strong fit. So mine, even though the nut goes on there, this one's going in. So that's the problem. I'm going to have to go back to the lathe, pick those threads up and hit it, and I'll do it real light. And I'll take another 3 to 5 thousandths off. That's all it could be off that much. I'll show you here. Let me get it back out. Just wanted to check that. So we're going to pull this out. And you can see that here's a nut. Mine doesn't want to go in. Now I could have dinged that end. Okay, that goes on. See that? So I'm going to set the other one. I'm going to take it back over to the lathe, pick up those threads. I'll show you how I pick up the threads. But there's your tip for the day. Stand by for the next one. I'll show you on the lathe what has to happen.